Hey guys, Leah Michelle Resistance Chicks. It is January 26th, Thursday, 2017. We are really excited about tomorrow, as I'm sure many of you are.
I just want to start off by playing this video from Sean Spicer about the administration presence at the March for Life tomorrow.
I know Kellyanne is going to attend the event. I think we're still working through details, but we'll further for you on the president's potential participation in that. I think it's no secret the president has campaigned as a pro-life president. It's something that is very important to him, as evidenced by the Mexico City policy reinstatement that he issued yesterday. Obviously, we're going to have heavy administration presence there. It's no secret that this administration and this president are going to do what they can to fight for life. With the exact participation level of the president, we'll find out whether it's a greeting of some sort or a call. I'll have a further update for you.
So I was so floored when I heard this, and
the words heavy presence.
It just kept getting better and better. Then last night, Trump was on, I think he was on ABC.
Yep.
In an interview with ABC, Trump called out the media for covering a pro-abortion march, but ignoring the March for Life. ABC's David Muir asked Trump if he could hear the voices from the Women's March here in Washington. "I couldn't hear them, but the crowds were large," Trump responded. "You're going to have a large crowd on Friday too, which is mostly pro-life people. You're going to have a lot of people coming in on Friday. And I will say this, and I didn't realize this, but I was told you will have a very large crowd of people. I don't know, as large or larger. Some people say it's going to be larger, pro-life people, and they say the press doesn't cover them." And then he goes back to say, Muir quickly said he didn't want to compare crowd sizes. And then Trump says, "What they do say is that the press doesn't cover them." And this is what I am loving about Donald Trump, is that
he calls him out.
Is that he was kind of pro-choice before, okay?
Right.
We just have to, I mean, his sister is a lesbian pro-choice judge. He has a set of his own kind of moral values, but he is listening to the right people, to the people. And he's listening. The most of the country is pro-life. Okay, most of us don't want abortions, and he's listening, and he's putting forth all the I don't want to say the right people, but all the unheard people have been walked on, religious liberty, all this stuff for the past 100 years. Trump is listening to you, and while it might not have been his thing,
right?
He has promised to be your voice, and so far he has
to that.
Delivered.
And I'm really impressed because Leah and I were talking about this before we started filming, and I said, listen, even if Trump's own moral level isn't quite up there, if somebody is taking a moral high ground and it's the mass of the people, he's listening to that and he's going to put it forward.
And so what's also really cool is Mike Pence, we just confirmed, the first vice president ever to speak at the March for Life. George Bush, as we just heard, used to give phone calls. But Mike Pence is going to be there, and he's going to speak. And it was under wraps, actually. It might have been. It was kind of talked about. March for Life put out a notice. You might have some heavier security. Be ready for that. And Mike Pence is going to speak, and you want to.
Here's the thing. I don't really. Historically, we don't know very much about our vice president.
No,
and
he's right next door to Governor of Indiana.
When Pence when Trump chose Pence, we were all going, Pence who? Yeah. You know what I mean? And
Governor of Indiana, we're in Ohio.
We had no idea. He's a really cool guy, but he comes from an Irish Catholic Democratic family. I mean, he was a Democrat until he became a Christian at the Ichthus Festival, which is local for us, the Christian concert, like in the late 70s when he was in college. And when he became a born-again evangelical Christian, his political views did a complete 180. And that should speak to you guys. It should say something about who this guy is. And just this past year, he signed into a law. It's called HB 1337 that put, and this was in Indiana, that put major restrictions on abortions. One of the main things was if somebody that was going to perform an abortion, whether it was a nurse or a doctor or whatever, and they knew, it didn't even have to be in writing, but they knew that that abortion was going to happen because of the fetus's race or gender or possible disability or what have you, that it was going to be illegal for them to perform that abortion. And he caught a lot of flack for that.
He's been very demonized by the left. And
oh, absolutely. And so I just want you guys to realize that you have somebody showing up at the rally tomorrow that has a history of putting his money where his mouth is, because this was a very controversial thing that he did. And he got a lot of flack for it, but he did it anyway. And I think that pro-life people should really be able to get behind the vice president in his presence there tomorrow. And I think you can be excited about the speech that he's going to give and whatever he's going to say. I think it's going to be pretty good
So
because
you
he
may
knows
not
his stuff.
oh, go ahead.
He was a talk show host. Y'all may not have known that. From 1994 until like 1999, he had the it was called the Mike Pence Show, and he called himself Rush on Decaf. So this is somebody that has historically stood by conservative issues over and over and over again. So I want you guys to be comfortable and confident in his presence there.
Well, most people might not even know what the March for Life is because it's not covered in the news.
Right.
It's a huge,
and it should be
pro-life event. Every year it's been going on for 44 years. And
you won't see big vaginas on people's heads.
Stop saying that word.
You will not see people rioting. You will not see people screaming and cursing and vulgarity and degradation of females.
Right.
You will see very respectful, classy people will be there.
Exactly.
You see, for the March for Life, we're here to find out where everybody is from and what they're doing at home to promote the pro-life movement. We're from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
So is this from last year?
Sterling,
Or
Virginia,
one of the
South
years
Bend,
previous?
Tallahassee. Atlanta, Georgia.
Thomas More College, Northern Kentucky.
Look how happy and kind these people
Awesome.
look.
And why'd you come down to the march today?
Well, when I was conceived, my dad wanted my mom to get an abortion, and she stood up against it and said no, so that's why
Same
I'm
here.
here.
That's why I'm here.
I mean, just hearing her story and everything, like imagining my life without her would be, I don't know, unthinkable, but
That's so
and just
sweet.
defending the defenseless is just something that's very important to me.
Life starts from the very beginning, from conception. And if you can't defend life at its earliest state, at its most precious state, defenseless state, then you can't defend life at all. You're not
I like that
defending
guy.
life at all.
I like it a
There
lot, too.
are all these women who believe that abortion is their only choice when there are so many other options that could help prevent that loss of life.
When I was 18 years old, I was in high school, and I was pregnant 3 months, and I wasn't gonna have the baby, and my mom wanted to support me, so she went with me to the abortion clinic on Roosevelt in Queens, and I was waiting there, and while I was waiting there, I saw the women there with their robes, their pink robes, and they were very sad. So at that time, I just got depressed in the moment, and I just started thinking, and I guess I started praying, asking for signs, and in my mind, it just came to me. I think it was God, you know. It was like, go look at your sonogram. And when I saw the picture, it was a picture of a baby at 3 months, and she had legs,
Look at the
she had a big
smile on her
head,
face.
and the arms. And in an instant, I asked the lady, I said, did you know that it was a baby? At first, I was like, it's a baby, you know, and because many people told me that it was a globus tissue, and I was already 3 months, and I was only 18, and it's not fair, you know, but here's my daughter, she's
Look
10.
at her.
And God's
Look
been
at
with me. I
her.
have her
You
in
can't lose
Immaculate
in the way,
Conception
but
School. And when she was 3, I met Christ, and that's when God revealed to me that He had saved my child through the
That is so
intercession of Blessed
powerful.
Mother Mary, through the prayers of people and the pro-life movement.
You guys, I mean,
Every life is precious.
the left demonizes these women that go to these abortion clinics to stand out there, to just kind of wake up. She had no idea. She's like, that's a baby. That statement should reverberate through you. It should, like, did you know that was going to be a baby? I mean, she was clueless. You guys, you cannot demonize those women that stand outside of those abortion clinics bringing the light of truth that there is a life inside their bodies. And she's so happy now that she has her child, and now she's speaking out.
So when I heard of I watched this news thing this morning, and the White House was going to have a presence, and then I read the thing about Donald Trump saying, "Hey, y'all aren't even covering the pro-life people." And then when I heard that Mike Pence was gonna show up, like, I have to tell you, the power of God came on me so strong.
I feel it too.
I had goosebumps all morning long. I could not wait to bring you guys this video.
We usually work during the day. We've got a lot of stuff that we do during the day, and we come to you in the evening with videos. But we decided to come this afternoon.
And I want you guys to be watching tomorrow. Be surfing the internet and watching and praying, because we are going to overturn Roe v. Wade.
Yes,
we are going to outlaw
absolutely.
abortion in this country.
Yes.
Abortion is our Holocaust. Abortion is the civil rights movement
on our country.
The slavery and what's going on. That's our generation, and we're going to look back on history and say, "Oh my gosh, we're going to wake up," just like they did with slavery, just like they did with the Holocaust. And say, what did we do? Right now, I'm not saying that there's all kinds of answers out there, because for the babies that are being born, what do you do with them? Do you throw them in daycare? Do you throw them on government assistance? What do you do? That's
you find
the next
families. Step. We know I can list a dozen families that I personally know right now that are dying to have a little child
Adoption.
in their and adopt. And the rules to adopt an American child. And the finances, the cost, it's through the roof. It makes no sense when you have so many families and homes that want to open up their lives
Off
to
the top of
these
my head,
babies.
I know several tried adoption is just way too much. It's like $40,000-$50,000. It's just really expensive. Some people are trying to do adoption through foster care and things like that. But more than
these
adoption,
are not unwanted children.
Right. Not even that. We've got to get to the place where the mothers can raise their kids.
Yeah.
And in American society, when 80% of black babies are born out of wedlock, and you don't have that family unit, when you don't have a mom and a dad who are living together, who are supporting each other, it's very, very, very
difficult.
hard to be a single parent.
Yeah.
Especially single moms. We put all this pressure on single moms, and so the government wants to make all kinds, throw welfare at them and make sure they get a job and make sure they have daycare, make sure. We have a nation problem.
Yeah.
We have a sickness problem, and the church really needs to come together. And because what I hear over and over again from the left is that nobody's helping these women with these babies.
And as the body of Christ, we should be doing that. That's why our ministry is called Isaiah 58 Ministries, to take care of the fatherless and the widow. And that's what you have to do.
Moms.
You need to go
Single
out.
moms and fatherless kids.
Exactly. You need to go out there. You need to be giving. And I'm not trying to take your tithes away from your church, but I can guarantee you that your church is not going to miss your 10%. And some single mom, it's going to change their life. So if you were to take that 10% from your church and start giving it to a single mom instead, I can guarantee you would watch the fruit of that, and it would blow your mind. I'm not trying to tell you to pull out from your church, but if your church won't switch and start helping those single moms, you guys do it. We do.
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
get excited. This is really good news.
Excited, and I'm hoping that the country turns around and really, we have to create an atmosphere where it's a wholesome atmosphere where babies are loved and wanted, and families are encouraged.
Right.
And I really think we're done with the day of the demonizing of the family and breaking down the family unit, because that's what the gay marriage was about. It wasn't about gay people getting rights. It was about breaking down the family unit.
Right.
Mom and dad and kids. So we want to encourage the mom and dad and kids. We don't want to demonize homosexuals. We don't want to hurt them. We don't want to malign them. But we can't have you breaking up this unit, because this is what works. This is what God created. This is what helps create a healthy, flourishing society. So I'm really excited. Come and follow us. We hope to post some videos tomorrow about the March for Life. We're very excited.
This is Leah Michelle, Resistance Chick, signing off, where it is not a conspiracy theory if it's the truth. Follow us on Twitter, like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell for Resistance Chicks and Mass Faith 3, and we will see you again shortly.
All right.
God bless, guys.
I was cold all alone, no place for home every day, so afraid, but you called my name.